was going through a tour in Southeast Asia to try to help establish health ministry in different countries. One of the stops was Pakistan. Now, at that time, there had been a lot of bad press about that region of the world, and it was what some would say a poor choice to go there. But I'd learned a lesson already. The regular folks in the country, dear friends, they're the same all over. God made 17, 26, and 28. He made all nations, Acts 17, 26, and 28. He made all nations of one blood. In Him we live, we move, we have our being. We're all the same on the inside. There is no ethnicity, there is no race, there is no color, there is no creed. In the inside, we all bleed the same. And so I went to Pakistan. I don't know that I've ever been treated better than I was in Pakistan. Got there, the only thing I didn't like about Pakistan was the traffic. You know, we got there. Actually, it was a group of Christian pastors. It was payday, so they all gathered. They got paid in cash. They all gathered, went into the church. They were playing their Pakistani music. And they gave me the greeting of the fancy thing around my neck, like a lei. I don't know what you'd call it. And just extended the warm hand of fellowship. And had a meal with the pastors afterwards. It was sweet fellowship. And then they got a tour. You know, we're down in Karachi and Lahore. The trouble, they say, is up in Islamabad. I wanted to go there because health is a message that reaches the hearts of all. And I wanted to go to Islamabad and hold kind of a health exposition, be able to reach those precious folks, and they were precious. We went and visited a school. Little young folks just running around, learning reading and writing and arithmetic. They don't understand all the trouble and all the wars that are brewing in society. They just come and look at the blackboard, and 2 + 2 is 4. This is cat, this is dog. Just very simple things. And then we got to go and visit the mosques. Now, I didn't know if I could go in a mosque, but they said, yeah, you take your shoes off. We'd love to have you come in as our guest. This is kind of the long and the short of it. And then it was a city atmosphere, and I thought, you know, the man that had invited me, his name was Pastor Zahid. Oh, here we are sitting at a meal. The chapati that I'm eating, this is where it was made. It was made by this man that makes, I don't know, thousands of these every morning. This is his work, to make bread. But I talked to Pastor Zahid, and I said, well, what do you think about getting out into the country, you know, touring around the rural area? And he said, let's go. And my dear friends, when I got out there, some of these areas didn't have electricity. It was very primitive, still cooking on water buffalo dung. And I saw a man and went up. I said, you know, do you have an interest in health? He had a turban on. Whether we need And he said, hey, you follow me. Now, I couldn't speak Urdu as a language. I couldn't speak the language, but, you know, Pastor Zahid was translating. Went around the back, and he was like the Arnold Schwarzenegger of Pakistan. Here he is lifting up this homemade barbell. And then I got invited to a little home, just full of children everywhere, and really poor folks. And then they brought me out a fan. I thought, man, this is nice, a fan. But they brought out something nicer. They brought me out of bed, and I laid down on the bed, and I turned the fan on and visited with those folks. And I was reminded, the bad press, it follows bad decisions by leaders that don't fight. they sit in the HQ. And so when it was over, got ready to leave, said my goodbyes to the children, and as I started making the exit, they kind of were chasing after me, and I can kind of translate what they were saying. Hey, don't go away. Come on back, you tall guy. Come on back and teach us some things about health. So that was one of my blessed experiences I've had in 30 years of health ministry. The time I spent in Pakistan, what a beautiful people. Sometimes, you know, you got to really get to know folks. You got to visit, you got to live with them, you got to be with them to understand that the inside, my dear friends, is just like our inside. Everybody's the same. Outwardly would look a little different, cultural differences in the way we eat and the way we dress, but the hearts, Christ in the heart, that's a brother and sister in Christ. And that's the reward of ministry. God bless you, my friends. You have a nice day.